Testing 1 2 3 1 2 3 1 2 3. Hi guys. Let me know if you can hear me loud and clear. Okay, so I don't do no live on Thursdays. Me and the judge, we would do lives Monday and Thursdays. It was Thursday, then I added Monday, so it was Monday, Thursday, and then I was like, you know what? A lot of times it's hard to do a live on Thursday with him. So we pre-record and I do Injustice for All, which is dropping right after this at 9 p.m. tonight. So go check it out. But honey, I got to talk about Fani Willis. So this is a special live stream. Yes, because she strikes out again. She has no luck. She might as well resign. I need to change the picture in the thumbnail, honey, because I created this before the judge said, "Bitch, get out of here. We're not locking him up. He is still on probation. Young thug did not break his probation." Oh, she thought she had him. She thought she had Young Thug. And once again, the joke is on her. Yes, it is. So let's play. Where we at? Let me play this clip. I want to go this way, this way, this way. No, no, no. I go that way.
Now to that Channel 2 Action News exclusive on rapper Young Thug. Tonight, the Fulton County District Attorney's Office filed a motion to revoke his probation. The rapper was released on bond last November. We broke the story on WSBTV.com around 8:30 tonight. And Channel 2 investigative reporter Mark Winnie joins us now live from the newsroom. Mark, the DA spoke exclusively to you about this motion.
Yeah, this concerns the YSL gang racketeering conspiracy case. Last year, DA Fani Willis suggested to us the sentence for rap superstar Young Thug, real name Jeffrey Williams, that let him hit the street the night he pled guilty or nolo contendere to all charges he faced, was a sentence which could send him to prison for years if he crossed the wrong line. Now this.
If your motion is successful, Young Thug would go to prison.
He could.
A new and dramatic verse in the case surrounding music star Young Thug, real name Jeffrey Williams. A motion from prosecutors at the Fulton County District Attorney's Office to revoke Williams' probation. It says, quote, since sentencing, the defendant has engaged in conduct that directly threatens the safety of witnesses and prosecutors, compromises ongoing legal proceedings, and warrants immediate revocation of probation. Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis.
What our motion is concerned about is that we certainly believe that his post was to threaten law enforcement, which is all part of gang activity.
Jeffrey Williams' attorney Brian Steele told me by phone it is never appropriate to be engaged in any type of witness intimidation. It is never appropriate to threaten to murder another person. The prosecution's motion to revoke Jeffrey's probation should not be well received and should be swiftly rejected. It is irresponsible to file a motion of this sort when Jeffrey has done absolutely nothing, Steele said, to violate any condition of probation or threaten a witness.
We know that it is clear to Mr. Williams that the intent of the district attorney is to stop gang activity in Fulton County, Georgia. We believe the judge's order is clear, and that this is an intentional violation.
The motion says investigator Marissa Viverito is currently testifying in a gang murder hearing and indicates a judge ordered the witness not be shown on TV while testifying, but that a blogger posted on social media she doesn't want to be shown on screen. Well, here she is, along with a photo of the investigator. The motion says on Tuesday, Young Thug reposted the image, and the post went viral, amassing more than 2 million views. The motion says Viverito's home address and her parents' home address were publicly posted, exposing them to grave danger, and that hours later, an additional post emerged threatening the assassination of DA Willis. The motion alleges Williams' continued association with individuals actively involved in witness intimidation, threats of violence, and obstruction of justice constitutes a clear violation of probation conditions. Last year, Ms. Willis suggested to us there was room for accountability in Young Thug's complicated sentence involving 5 years commuted to time served, followed by 15 years probation, to be followed by a, quote, backloaded 20-year prison term, which would also be commuted to time served if he successfully completes the probation, which was loaded with lots of special conditions. I expect, Wendy, a courtroom fight over this one.
Okay, well, there is no courtroom fight, honey, because the judge came back and said, no, ma'am, we are not locking him up. Let me share this. Yeah. Judge declines to send young thug to prison over viral post that sparked backlash. So, a judge in Atlanta has declined prosecutors' request to revoke young thug's probation and send him to prison. But the judge cautioned him over his social media use after his viral post sparked an online backlash against the district attorney's office. The Grammy Award winner rapper pleaded guilty in October, which was stupid, right? He should have never pleaded guilty. But he did because he wasn't strong enough to stick it out for a verdict, because I'm pretty sure the verdict would have found him not guilty, just like his other defendants were found not guilty. But he pleaded guilty, right, to gang, drug, and gun charges, and he was automatically released from jail. Now, Fani Willis, the DA, said in a court filing this past Wednesday that he engaged in conduct that directly threatens the safety of witnesses and prosecutors. But here's the thing. He didn't dox the witnesses. He didn't do that. People who saw his post calling somebody a liar, his followers, well, maybe one of his followers, but someone he doesn't know doxed the witness. It wasn't Young Thug. So you cannot accuse him because he didn't tell anybody to dox this person. He was simply expressing his freedom of speech, freedom of press, and he had every right to do so. But the judge is right to caution him because he is a celebrity, because he has a lot of influence, and honestly, because he's just doing too much. Hey, LA Pink, I can't hear you.
All right, I'm unmuted. Girl, honey.
So, yes, honey, it's been a minute since we spoke, since I had you on, but I was like, let me pull you in. This is a live. I want to get right into it. So,
Yes.
Young Thug, he escaped this one, right?
Yes,
So the judge denied Fani Willis' request. This bitch, she just keeps losing and losing and losing across the board.
As she should. I mean, when you're a political gangbanger and you're out here lying under oath and you're out here doing the most, like, how dare you go off of somebody sharing a post or talking about something on a post and try to come back with the okie doke smoke? Like, you are showing where your interest is with the taxpayer dollars. You know what I'm saying? And it's not to help nor build. You see that when she keeps going on flights with her boo. You know, a couple of months ago, or actually within, what was it, the end of last year, when I sent you that clip of her coming out of the Ross out here in Douglasville and Marshalls out here in Douglasville, Georgia.
That was a couple of months ago. You sent me that.
Yes. And I was as shocked when I was in the store shopping and I hit the corner and they right there, like in my face. And then they come out the store because I was like, I had called you immediately, like, I have to get this, because I couldn't even believe it, because, you know, they were saying that he had just went on the stand and was talking about her and threw her up under the bus. So everybody was like, oh, he ain't messing with her no more because he threw her up under the bus. And
you talking about like, Nathan Wade.
Like, they out here right now. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, can you believe this? Like, we both was in shock, but honey, you was the first person I called because I was as shocked. Like, they really open and don't give a damn. You know what I'm saying? After they just lied up under oath. Now, you went and tried to get him for tampering with a witness, but here it is. Do you want them to come and get you? Which they should, for lying under oath. You know what I'm saying? Because you lie, say. And y'all, I keep dragging this out and I will continue to talk about it because I have a video of her saying that it is when Paul Howard ran and she was running against him, that it was what words did she use, that it was a distraction for a DA to sleep, a top DA to sleep with an employee. So then you go and do the same thing, and not only are you sleeping with an employee, but you sleeping with somebody's husband. Okay, so we got a bigger fish to fry. And we can all say, you know, him and his wife, they going through trials and tribulations. I know people that have been through trials and tribulations and been together for 40 some years, and they don't get a divorce just because they go through trials and tribulations. But when you have Jezebels that's playing a part off in there, that kind of stuff happens. But then you run after Young Thug, wasting taxpayer dollars again to try to, you know, demise his and try to revoke his sentence because you want 20 years. You want him to go to jail.
Because her office lost that Young Thug case. They lost the Trump case. What other big cases?
They about to lose little babies because they trying to come after him too. Trump, we need you to come
Oh,
down
wait.
here.
I did hear Little Baby has some charges. Is that Fani Willis office going after her?
Oh, don't have to, because she's the DA down here. So she's gonna have to
So he has charges in Atlanta. I didn't know that.
yes. Uh-huh.
Okay,
That happened in
we don't
Atlanta.
have to do a pre-record on Little Baby. Okay, but let's
Yeah.
focus on Young Thug. But getting back to this, yeah.
Absolutely.
So it seemed like she's throwing anything on the wall and hoping that it
It
sticks.
sticks. Exactly. That is exactly what she's doing. And now you didn't have time to get your paperwork and your documentations because you're not above the law for what the sentence them is asking you to bring in. But you got time enough to just get on and talk about. But Mark Winning, when I talk about this, let me tell you something. He needs to stay in retirement. That's all I keep saying. The streets is talking. He needs to stay in retirement because he looking like he a part of the No, he is a part of
Who
the
is this
political
person?
gangbangers. Mark
Who-
Winning, he's the one that is retired from Channel 2, but he does all of Sheriff LaButte's corruption. Well, he tries to highlight him and make it look like he's doing great from drug buses and all the things that's going on in Trap House. And he does all of the supposed to be big buses for Fani Willis and all of them. So he is just part of the shenanigans from what the streets say.
Right. Well, listen, it's a lot going on in Fulton County.
Absolutely.
From politicians, DAs, sheriffs, it's mayors, city council. It's just a
The
lot.
mayor of come on, they just girl, we can keep going. It's just a mess. It
It's a
makes
mess.
no sense, like
So
none. It's well, what it is though, because it was the year for exposure, so it's exposing everything, and it just shows you. I mean, even our judges, y'all, even our judges, it goes all the way down. You see what happened with Glenville with the Young Thugs case. I mean, you had to get the
was
top
huge.
judge removed off of the
Yeah.
case because, and we still have not talked, or ain't nobody said nothing about none of that. Like that they just went silent. Like that never happened. This man broke the law. This man violated
What's
them.
it called? It's called backdoor. It's something backdoor because he was talking to the prosecutors behind the scenes and did
Yep.
not include the defense attorneys. And it's
Yep.
like, why would you do that? Because you
Mhm.
think you are above the
Above
law,
the
and it
law.
doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
So getting back to the Young Thug case, I said to you earlier, he should have never taken the plea.
Yeah.
He should have never
Yeah.
taken the plea.
Because the thing about it is him taking the plea and anxious to come home gave them a door in a window to come after him if he breathed wrong. And that's what they doing right now. Like you got all this other stuff that's going on. I mean, we got the jail that, inmates is being stabbed, deputies is being stabbed. I mean, we got all kinds of stuff going on up off in this jail that you can be directing your time and your effort to get these people up out the jail that needs to come up out of there. we got Jimmy Atchison's case that's still open, that police have been indicted and have not went to jail, and it's been over 7 years. Okay, then we talk about indictment. Now you going after Young Thug, trying to make a case with these officers. We have a case already. You ain't got to go after nothing. You ain't got to try to make up nothing. You're not going after them, but you're going after Young Thug. And this is what we were saying from the beginning. Kane Rogers, his officer have been indicted. No, we haven't heard anything about that. Rashad Ritchie, Lord Jesus, that is not who I was trying to say. He must be talking about me, y'all. But Jamarian Robinson, his case, his officers were indicted.
Real quick. Not, you know what? I think it was closed doors or back door. I forgot the legal term is when a judge speaks to the prosecutors and they don't include the defense. It's called closed door or back door. I forgot the legal term, but that's why.
Back door.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe you put a question mark. There was a question mark up.
It was a question mark. So I don't know the exact legal term, but it was backdoor conversations that Judge Glenn Bell did not include the defense attorney, and that is a big no-no. So I want to play the clip. I want to play the clip, the moment when Young Thug was in on his trial and he took the plea, because I think that was the wrong move. Them other guys, they wanted the jury.
Yeah, but they still, Gotti won his whole entire thing. He was the only one found not guilty on all charges, and they still have him arrested.
What do you mean?
Yeah, they will not release him out because they're saying he caught another case, a riot case in the jail, which, I mean, how you catch a riot case on, and you wouldn't have been in there if they wouldn't have had imprisonment you or whatever you would say on that imprisonment or
you could tell your ex parte communications. Thank you. Yes, ex parte.
Yes.
I know it was a word. It was a legal word.
Right. Now everybody putting it up. Thank y'all.
Wait a minute. So Young Gotti is still locked up?
Yes, he is.
Because you remember you was there on the steps with his mom.
I ain't gonna go into all of that because I don't want people to know all about what's going on. But yeah, she's still going through it. Yeah.
So they did that shit on purpose. They was just trying to find something to hold them. But the other guys, they're out.
Oh yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. All right, so I wanna play this clip here. This is Young Thug, and when was this? This was October of last year, taking the damn plea like an idiot.
15 years of probation. If you have been successful on that probation, and I said you are, then at the end of that 15 years, I will commute the entire rest of any service portion of your sentence to time served. So I'll get to the end of it and give you the total sentence. But I'm also going to impose a $15,000 fine with regard to that count. Count 57, 20 years to serve 5, commuted to time served. The balance of 15 years probated, concurrent with count 1. Count 58, 10 years to serve 5, commuted to time served, balance probated, concurrent with count 1. 59, 5 years to serve, commuted to time served, concurrent with count 1. 60, 5 years to serve, commuted to time served, concurrent with count 1. Count 61, 5 years to serve, that is required to be also a consecutive sentence, so that's going to be run consecutively to count 56 and backloaded. Count 62, 10 years to serve, also required to be served consecutively, that's going to be consecutive to count 61, also backloaded. So essentially, the total sentence is 40 years to serve the first 5 years in prison, but commuted to the time that you have already served, followed by 15 years on probation, followed then by the backloaded 20 years, which can be served in custody and will be served in custody if you are not successful on your probation. If you are successful in completing your 15 years probation, that will be commuted to time served. You are to remain on reporting status for the first half of your probation, active report.
All right. Who the fuck want to be on probation for 15 years? You're muted. You're muted, LA.
Exactly. Well, they knew what they was doing. Well, they didn't know that he was going to take, I guess, his own plea, because he asked the judge himself. He didn't take their plea. But however the case may be, the judge, I mean, they knew once she made her decision and gave him the plea that she gave, that they were going to make it hard for him. I'll say that.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah, but that I don't know. He should have man up. Shit. So it says Fulton's. What is that noise? Oh, mute it for a second. Fulton County Superior Court Judge Paige Reese Whitaker said in an order Thursday today that she had reviewed Willis' filing and a response by Young Thug's attorney and declined to revoke his probation. Quote, while the court does not find that the cited social media post raises to the level of a violation of defendant's probation, it may be prudent for a defendant to exercise restraint regarding certain topics. So she said that, he didn't violate his probation, but he need to start moving with caution. So again, this woman sit up here and she files these motions gasping, like just when somebody is drowning and they got their hand up trying to just grab onto any damn thing, hoping that something or someone saves her, and it's not working. You are going to be at the Georgia Senate Committee when she is subpoenaed again, and she has to show up or her ass will be in handcuffs. I think that's going to be the end of this month or beginning of May. But LA Pink, you said that you will be there sitting in the audience at the Georgia Sitting Committee hearing of Fani Willis when she testifies.
Absolutely. I sure will. I will be there. I will be there. I will be there. It's probably as well as a lot of the other fake individuals that's supposed to be freedom fighters for the community. Like, I just don't understand the NAACP. I call them the Black KKK, and that's just how I feel. Their fight for the people. Here it is, all this stuff, this corruption that she's doing, and you're still pushing it just because of Trump. Anything against Trump. And I'm just calling for Trump to come and pardon these fellas, young Yacht Gotti, him, everybody that was on that case, so they don't even have to deal with it at all, period.
Oh, my bad. Sorry about that. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on, a lot of crazy stuff going on in Georgia. I wanted to share this. Give me a second. Because the Democrats in Georgia, you got Stacey Abrams, because I believe the Georgia Senate Committee, they're coming after Stacey Abrams. I believe they are. They're coming after Stacey Abrams next because they open up an investigation on her. They are ready to drag Fani Willis. Let me share this. Okay. They want some answers from Fani Willis office because listen, not only do they want to see certain documents, hand over the documents, they're looking at the money transactions that were going through her office. So I said this before that Fani Willis most likely is going to have to step down because she was reelected into office. So all you people living down there in Fulton County, you voted this woman back in. Why? I don't know. I think black people, because Fulton County is majority black. I just think black people, you love to suffer. You know, you probably don't know that you have options. But I want to swing back to the Georgia House. So the Georgia House Democrats, they stormed out of the chambers yesterday in protest of the Republican bill. And the Republican bill was to block taxpayer dollars being spent on prison inmates for gender affirming care. So the Republicans created a bill, and I guess because it's a majority Republican, they created a bill to stop taxpayers' dollars from being spent on prison inmates who want to change their sex. And the Democrats walked out in protest. I'm like, what are you protesting for? What are you protesting for? Because that's a good thing. Let me put this here. That is a good thing. I don't want my tax, mind you, I don't live in Georgia, but even if I did, it don't matter where I live at. I don't want my state taxes nor my federal taxes to be spent on somebody getting cosmetic surgery. And that's what it is. You want your penis chopped off, or you want to replace your vagina with a penis. That's cosmetic surgery. Why should I have to pay for that? That was your choice. Now, on a federal level, there are federal prisons that do assist transgender people with their hormonal medication. So if it's a transgender person and they committed a crime and they had to go to federal prison and they were already taking hormones, the federal prison has to continue to give them their hormones. We're paying for that. If somebody has cancer, they get chemotherapy, they get radiation, they get dental. You get top-notch health insurance as an inmate on a state and federal level. But the federal dollars, I don't know if they actually pay for a sex change, but they do pay for their hormonal medication. But Georgia Democrats, they want taxpayers to pay for prison inmate sex change. First of all, that's not fair. That's not fair because let's just say majority of society, didn't care too much about transgenders or whatever. People who are not prison inmates, they have to pay for a sex change by themselves, coming out of their own pocket, because insurance companies don't cover that. So why should an inmate get a free ride off of our backs, where a person who is not a criminal, they have to pay out of pocket, as you should. And then two, my taxpayers, when it goes to the prison system on a state level, it is to make sure that the bad people stay locked up. Now, they still have their constitutional rights, somewhat the same as mine. However, my tax dollars is to make sure that they're locked up and they're supposed to be rehabilitated, not to go to prison to get cosmetic surgery. I'm sorry. So I want to play this clip here of the Democrats actually protesting, walking out of the chambers.
Yeah, I better get in there.
I don't know what happened to LA face.
I'm sorry.
But I figured the leader walk, I can walk with her. Come on, guys. We're out.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now, I refuse to believe that all of those Democrats that walked out, that they believe in or support transgender. They support I don't believe that they actually support taxpayers paying for someone's sex change. And majority of those people were one black, two colored, and then all the white people all the people that was clapping, they were all white and they were probably part of the LGBTQAI plus community. And I want to know what organization that has a lot of funding power that actually pay these people, these Democrats, to walk out and protest. They didn't do it because morally they felt as though it was wrong. This has nothing to do with morals. But they try to present it to us as if morally that is wrong for the Republicans to pass a bill to prohibit taxpayers from paying for someone's sex change. Why are you protesting that? Why don't you ask the taxpayers, do you want your tax dollars going to changing someone's sex?
Better yet, let's ask the taxpayers or ask anybody. I mean, is this what they voted for? They voted for them to walk out. Now, here it is. We have all of this happening over here at the jail with inmates. And nobody has walked out. Nobody has said nothing. Nobody have done nothing to the sheriff. But here it is for 5, because what they didn't tell you in the bill only went for 5 people. It didn't include all of the inmates. It's only 5 inmates, okay, that this bill is inclusive to. This doesn't have anything to do with all of the inmates, 5. But then you have trillions of inmates, and I say trillion because there is over 3,000 or something, or even more than that, in the Fulton County Jail, and nobody is talking about the things that's happening over here at this jail with the murders and the malfeasance and all this stuff that's going on over here. Nobody's talking about that. Nobody walking out. Nobody doing none of that. But y'all want us to get on board with it is powerful that you walked out for 5 transgenders on taxpayer dollars. Is this what the taxpayers signed up for? Is this what they voted you in for? I should ask, here in Georgia. Is this what they were voting in for? Because from the last time I checked, they wasn't voting in to worry about where their money is, and they have to pay for that transgender, whatever goes on with the transgender in jail, in prison, or in wherever they're having this stuff done at. The taxpayers are responsible for paying for that. So when they think that they're hurting someone, you are hurting the people here in your community. You're not hurting Trump. You're not hurting Elon Musk. You're not hurting anybody. They were all out there. Elon Musk, go home. Elon Musk, go home. So where did y'all go from wanting Trump out of office to now wanting Elon Musk? Oh, because Elon Musk was showing you where y'all money was going. Now here it is. Bailey, I think his name is, I don't know, he just won over Misha Maynor, the seat over Misha Maynor in District 56. Now his classroom cannot even read at a 7th grade level, but y'all are walking out because of inmates. Like y'all got so much other stuff to talk about.
Misha Maynor was a Republican. Did a Democrat beat her or another Republican?
No, a Democrat.
A Democrat.
A demon rat. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And his district has what you said, low reading level for
school. He was a school teacher, and he has a 7th grade classroom that he teaches. And his 7th grade classroom is failing. His whole school is failing, but his 7th grade classroom is failing as well. And they made him into a state representative over a full district. So if you're dealing with a failing classroom and the district of 56 is failing, what are you going to do with your district? Because I'm dying to see all of this, because let me tell you something. If he thinks he's going to get in there and just sit around and do nothing, he got a community that makes you work. Okay. Misha Maynor stayed working. She stayed involved with the community. She stayed doing something positive and productive for her community. And they tried to take her out because of the bill with the children, her passing the bill that a kid can go to any school they want to.
Mm-hmm. So the thing is, you know, and this is what I'm trying to understand, that these people in this Georgia Senate here, they are not listening to their constituents, because I didn't know it was just 5. And that's the crazy thing. You're talking about
Yeah.
5 transgenders out of the whole state.
Yes.
Because this is for the state. So 5 people, and this is why the
Right.
population under for just transgender is very, very, very low. So
Mhm.
5 people, you want taxpayers to pay, and maybe that's why they have an attitude, because they looking at it. Well, it's only 5 people. I don't
Well,
want.
they have an attitude because they don't really care. I don't even think that they were paying attention to that it was only 5 people. I think that they were just doing it just because, the bark. Like I tell them all the time, they bark, we bite. They just barking.
This is another thing, though. And that I because I talked about this earlier, and I was on Laverne's Spicer show.
Mhm.
They wanted that bill. They didn't want that bill to pass, because if taxpayers are paying for the 5 inmates, then taxpayers could be on the hook to pay for children who want to transform, to another gender. So it starts very small. It
Mhm.
starts with the 5 inmates, but the
Oh, yeah.
Democrats will expand it
Oh, yeah.
across the state of Georgia. And I'm
They're
like,
snakes. You know they
no,
will.
ma'am. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, no, no, no. And I think this is why it's very important for Georgia to stay red.
Mhm.
It's more liberating before, when it was a Dixiecrat,
Mhm.
but it's the South. It needs to stay red. They need to not have the Democrats control the Senate
Mhm.
at all.
Mhm.
And who funded that damn protest? Because those people outside clapping, I'm sorry, like, you're clapping for 5 criminals, criminals,
Yeah.
criminals.
Yeah,
So
that
I
been sent to, and probably it may even be child molesters. I mean, we don't even know who they are. That's the sad part about it, is that you want to give a death penalty to someone selling drugs, and though they
Mhm,
need to go to jail, which is what they would be saying, Young Thug. Because a lot of
mhm,
people is like, oh, he needs to go to jail. Oh, he should be in jail. But then here it is, we haven't even checked the background, because there's 5 of them that's transgenders, but what are their history? Why are they in prison? What is going on? What is the change? They could be child molesters off in there. They could be rapists off in there. We don't know. But here it is, you're fighting for them, and you don't even know the history of them. Like, you have not went and did your research, your background. See, that's the one thing that I'm doing right now. Before I jump into anything, before I get to believing who's gonna do or what they're gonna do or what they ain't did, I have a background. Like I said, I tell people all the time, like, I got history. I got mine is, thank the Lord, over 20 years old, and it wasn't for no dumb stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And I took the rap. That's the reason why I feel so embedded to help the inmates, because I know what it is to work for someone and have to take the rap for them. You know what I'm saying? I took the rap for the person that I work with. I took a case that I didn't even have to, but because I was so loyal and so, oh, I'm not going to snitch, I'm not going to tell, I went ahead and took a case for somebody that did not even care about me. And he was over me. He was supposed to be my manager. He was supposed to be, I was supposed to be, looking up to him. And here it is, I had to do that. So now that we're dealing with the Fani Willises and all these different people that are taking slack for them. Like right now, her whole office could be in danger with her not replying to the information and giving documentations that they're asking for. So you're putting everybody's job on the line because of your own personal gain to this. And they have allowed you to do that and push your weight around based on the fact that you are going after Trump. That's why right now, even with what I just learned about the sheriff, because the sheriff is the highest paid rank between the DA and the sheriff. So right now, I don't know what they're going to even try against me, being that the sheriff is able to push his weight around and get away with so much stuff in the DA. They are able to walk in where the judges are and tell the judges to file TPOs out on people and arrest people for false information, and people are going to jail. So with the sheriff even doing that directly to me, I don't know where what may happen to me. I keep a lot of people on alert because I don't know what the sheriff and the DA is capable of doing at this point in particular time, and my
And
life
that's
is
still
key.
but they're still doing that to people,
Mhm.
in that county, and
Absolutely.
going back to Fulton County Jail, these Democrats walking out protesting over a bill that did pass, that taxpayer dollars will not go to, transgenders, gender reaffirming surgery or whatever for
Mhm.
inmates.
Mhm.
How about they start an well, I no, it is an investigation with
Yeah.
the federal, the DOJ. They're
Yeah.
investigating Fulton County Jail. So
Absolutely.
why are the Democrats in Georgia, why they're not protesting the horrible conditions that are violating those inmates' right? They're
Come on.
sitting here without even a court
That's
date.
all I'm saying. Why ain't y'all protesting? Why ain't y'all beating the pavement for that? Why ain't y'all talking about all of this stuff that is truly going on in this jail? And I call it a trap house. In this trap house where inmates are being and the DOJ said that they were being violated. The DOJ came and did a report about the all of the incompetent of the sheriff and the things that's going on, and y'all not protesting against that. Y'all not walking out about that. Y'all are sitting up here allowing a sheriff that is supposed to have power and authority to push his weight around, to put a false TPO out on citizens for speaking out and about the inmates. Now here it is, even a deputy just got stabbed in the neck because of his
Recently?
like yep, recently.
How
Recently,
recent? Like in
like
March or
just a week ago, about a week or so
seriously?
ago. Mhm.
And
I'll send you the
that
article. I'll send you the article. I've been posting about it. I even his grandmother came up at the board of commissioners. She spoke after I spoke behind me because of someone that worked for the sheriff got to her, and I guess evidently told her that they needed a new jail. So she came down there and started asking for a new jail when she didn't even know that another deputy had let this into the area where the inmate wasn't supposed to be at. Now he wasn't even on lockdown. He was roaming the hallway when all this stuff took place. Now they're not talking about it on the news with the news. But of course I got firsthand at the situation when it happened and when it took place. And he tried to water down the situation, but you know me. I put it out there anyways because soon as they give me the information, I immediately put it out because like I tell that sheriff and anybody else, you're not gonna be able to breathe around me. Not as long as I'm you're gonna have to fire everybody in there because everybody in there is talking, even your attorney. His attorney is talking. So you would have to fire everybody in order for you to know exactly who's talking to me. And you cannot even afford to do that. So you will continue to go inside meetings mad, disappointed, hurt, feelings upset because I'm going to continue to give your information out.
So it says Fulton County loves to be victimized because they voted for her again. Yeah, they want to be
Yep.
victims and not victor. And this is the thing. People sit up here, they want to criticize me and criticize the judge when we talk about Fani Willis or talk about Fulton County, which is when you have predominantly majority, well, damn near all of everyone who are in charge are black. I don't
Yes.
care what color you are. If you are corrupt, you are corrupt.
Because
And
if
I
it
don't
was a
know
white
why.
man doing all this to black inmates, they would, oh, let me tell you something. This would be all
Yes.
over. This would be CNN nationwide. This would be all over the place. But because it is a demon rat, black, okay, and a black DA, because if this was anybody else, you see what they did to Paul Howard. If you didn't go back and go check and see what happened to Paul Howard, the former DA, they drove him in the dirt for, oh, he's sleeping with women, he doing this, he doing that. Well, she's doing worse. And y'all not saying, y'all haranguing and hooping, you know why? Because they're on this Trump, I hate Trump thing. This is the reason why I don't care about you hating Trump. God loves Trump, and so do I. Okay. Your phone's on mute.
Oh, I didn't realize. Sorry. All right. Listen, guys. Video is about to drop in 15 minutes after this, and this live stream is going to redirect you to the upload. And I thought that I had my special Fani Willis clip in, or maybe is it here? I thought I saved it, and that's like I realized I have to keep. I have to. Why did I delete that? Why did I delete that Fani Willis clip? I can't believe I deleted it. That would have been a perfect way to end this segment. And I'm like, and I'm trying to see if I could find it real quick. Wait a minute. Let me get the Googling. And I'm gonna save it, and I'm never ever going to delete this again. Wait, what is this?
What I was talking about happened on 3/10/25, so April. I mean, March.
Oh, talking
March.
about the thing.
March 10th, about the officer being stabbed. And his name is it was Rico George.
Okay.
Yeah, there it is.
I'm trying. Where is the clip? The famous clip of her ass.
I've been getting calls from all kinds of deputies. I mean, inmates. I mean, everybody that have been calling about all the stuff that's going on. It's so much stuff. I gotta fill you in on. Oh, what? That's why when you said what you been up to, girl, Lord have mercy. What ain't?
We're gonna have to do another. We're gonna have to do a pre-record on
girl. Yes.
I for some reason I can't find it for some reason, and it's like it's bothering me that I can't. And I must have deleted it, and I didn't mean to delete it. So yeah, next I'm just, you know what, I'll have it for the next one because we will be talking about her again. Oh, honey, I cannot wait until she is sitting in front of that Georgia Senate committee. Lights, camera, action.
Girl, I can't be right there.
Like,
so hopefully, you know what? I'm gonna ask them if I could bring in the news people so they can get us a good clip.
Thank you, Faith. She says they need to get her on harassment charges. Fani Willis, yes,
yes,
yeah,
absolutely.
Yes, with the dress backwards. I had it in queue, and I don't know why I deleted. I know I deleted it by accident. But it is what it is. All right, listen. Thank you, LA Pink, for joining me. This was,
thank you,
a quick live to talk about. Listen, the update, breaking news. Fani Willis strikes again. That judge said, "No, ma'am, we are not revoking his probation. No, we're not doing it. Try again."
They not playing with her, honey. They not. Let me tell you something. That just goes to show you
all
that they not listening. Yes, they not listening. They don't believe. Baby, you taking trips with your boo-boo. You, girl, go just come back here and be ready to, I pray, go to jail. And I don't wish no bad on nobody, but and her and some of these other political gangbangers, I want them to go to jail the way they have sent some other people to jail that should not have went to jail. So I want them, they supposed to be in jail. You know, her, Hell on Willis from South Fulton, and all of them, they supposed to be in jail.
Oh yeah, too much damn corruption. All right. Well, thank you, LA Pink.
Thank you.
I'll talk to you soon.
All right, talk to you soon.
And thank you guys. I appreciate you guys joining me for, well, this 48 minutes. It's still a quick live. For a quick live. Now, this live is going to redirect you to Injustice for All, episode 12. And it is the Dr. Carmen Jones interview. Yeah, so check that out. This live stream will redirect you there. Enjoy it. Make sure you hit the like button for this one. Share this live stream. Comment below. Love you guys. Everybody in chat, everybody listening, everybody on X. Watch the premiere, which is going to premiere in 10 minutes. And then I'm going to be live on X tonight at 10 p.m. Eastern. But check out the premiere video dropping on this channel in 10 minutes. All right, guys. Bye.